Oh, I used to love looking at the stars. What do you see?
It's hard to describe. Not just the points of light others see. For me, the sky is lit up like midday.
Is the whole night like that for you?
It's like living your life in Technicolor. All the colors are brilliant, intense. I see points of the spectrum people can't even imagine. And the people. The people that glow. Their breath. Their blood pulsing beneath the surface of their skin. It's heavy.
I wish I could experience that.
All it takes is a simple blood transfusion.
I've been branded by a demon. All I'd need is to turn into a vampire.
I'd admit it does have its cost. You lose your life.
Might miss that.
You lose the day.
Also one that's hard to lose.
You lose your friends, your family. You lose me. What we have.
Like you lost Christina.
Like I lost Christina.
This whole vamp territorialism thing is a bitch.
I suppose it's nature's way of preventing us from turning too many friends and lovers.
It can't be beat.
With control, we can learn not to kill one another. Sometimes you wind up regretting that course of action even more.
People call me a pessimist.
Detective, this is a list of what Melville's family thinks was stolen. Get it out to all the pawn shops. Nobody rests until this is put to bed.
Please, you don't know what you're doing. You're making a big mistake.
Well, then consider this your chance to set the record straight. Go on through.
Who is she?
Says her name's Felicia Bannock. Neighbors saw her come away from Melville's house at 9:15. Emmy placed his time of death at around the same time.
That's not enough to put her on the hook for a homicide. What are your chances of locking her down?
We got work to do. No one actually saw her come out of Melville's house. There's no physical evidence linking her to the crime scene, so basically we need a confession.
Melville was a drinking buddy of the mayor's, and interest in seeing somebody go down is white hot.
Yeah, well, she's involved, okay? The moment we flashed her badge as she ran, she got halfway to the street before we caught her.
Doesn't hook her with the animal that killed Melville. He was torn to pieces. The coroner says that the gashes are consistent with a big cat, a jaguar, leopard, cougar.
Come on. I mean, the guy's head was ripped off and placed on a table. That's hardly something an animal would do.
Well, it's definitely not something a woman her size could do.
She has no explanation for what she was doing there.
I need results. I have got to get the press something before morning.
Glad to see it's all about justice being served.
If we want to keep our heads on our shoulders, then we have better find out who took Melville's.
I know she did it. And I know I can get something out of her.
Your clock is counting down.
Just love the support around here.
I hope we're right.
Come on, Kate, not you too. You saw her reaction, right?
Whoever Felicia's hooked up with knows she's been popped. They could already be in the wind.
We just wanted to have a conversation with her. She didn't give us much choice, did she?
Look, all I'm saying is we gotta know when to cut and run with this. We can always set up a stakeout and see if she hooks up with anyone.
Or she just disappears. Listen, Kate, I know she did it. It's more than her reaction. It's more than the eyewitness account. I got a feeling about her.
Hey, best case is she talks. We close this fast.
Exactly. Come on, let's do this.
What do you want from me?
We need to ask you a few questions about what you did earlier this evening.
Specifically between the hours of 9 and midnight.
I don't know. Nothing.
Nothing? Well, that's pretty vague, Felicia.
I was at home watching TV.
Yeah? What was on?
I flip around a lot. I was watching a police show. The one with the forensic guys.
Good guess. Yeah, that was on tonight, wasn't it?
Your car was seen driving on Post Road. A woman matching your description was seen driving it.
Went out to get some food. I got a burger.
It's an awful long way to go from your place.
You can't charge me for driving around in my car.
No, but killing a man is still generally frowned upon.
I didn't kill anybody.
So that's why you ran when we showed you our badges, huh?
How well did you know Patrick Melville?
I don't know who he is.
Well, you see, Felicia, we have an eyewitness who saw you driving away from the front of his house.
I don't know. I got lost once. I stopped to read a map book. Maybe it was over there.
So you went up to the door to ask for directions. And then what happened?
Nothing. I never got out of my car.
Oh, except for when you went to the restaurant to get some food.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Where did you say it again?
A burger place.
Where'd you go? Lombardi's?
Yeah, that's it.
Too bad. Lombardi's was closed.
I don't know. Like I said, I got lost.
I need a coffee. You want one?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Look, Felicia. Maybe you didn't do this alone. Hell, maybe you weren't even part of the murder. You could have just been driving the car for the guy who did. You give us his name, and we're done here. Otherwise, you're gonna get very familiar with a 6x10 cell, and for a very long time. You understand?
You have no idea. Okay, Mike, let me get this straight. You want to hire me
I got something that just came up. A homicide.
that you can't solve, that you need me,
Us.
us, to solve.
It's complicated.
That is my line.
Well, that's just the thing. It's your kind of case.
Could you turn your head to the left a bit while you talk?
Does he have to do that?
You can speak to me, detective. I can hear you.
And yes, I do have to try you, detective. It's my profession. I'm looking for inspiration for a new monthly book series I'm writing.
See, the thing is, I don't want to be in your funny books.
It's not going to be funny. I can assure you, detective, it'll be deathly serious. Tragic, even.
You were saying about your case?
Guy was murdered in his home last night, torn up as though it were by animals. His head was ripped off and placed on a table.
Still less creepy than China figurines.
You're not gonna make this easy, are you?
I'm all ears.
She says her name is Felicia Bannock. I think she's in it somehow. I looked her up in the database. No criminal record.
Can you place her at the scene?
That's where it gets tricky. I can't tie her to the actual murder.
And I come in where?
Kate had just left the room. I was pushing Felicia hard, and I saw something. Now, it could have just been a trick of the light, but I saw her reflection in the mirror, and I could swear her eyes were glowing. By the time I turned back, everything was back to normal. I'm telling you, it's as though she were smiling at me. Like she knew something that I didn't and knew that I could never prove it.
You think she's different?
I was gonna go with creepy and freakish, but yeah, different kind of sums it up. As to what she is and how the hell to prove it, well, that's where you come in.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't you have an entire precinct full of detectives with shiny badges and guns and flashing lights and stuff?
I'd like you to picture Crowley's face if I brought this to her.
Oh, so not pretty.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I do have other cases, and there are expanses.
You're not gonna let a little thing like other work and money get in the way of helping me here, are you?
Who taught you crazy talk like that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you? Look, Vicky, I really need your help here.
Of course.
Thank you. Thanks for the coffee.
You're welcome.
Your lordship.
Constable. You know I like him. I'm gonna regret having to draw him being eaten by hellhounds.
Would you get your coat? We have work to do.
They need bigger teeth.
Look, Felicia, we know you didn't do it.
You don't look like the kind of woman who would rip a guy's head off.
The way we see it,
He told you he was just gonna rob Melville, right? You were just driving?
There's no way to treat her friend, Felicia. Here you are doing him a favor and he just leaves you holding the bag. I mean, what's that about?
There was no friend.
So you're telling us you did it?
You don't listen too well, Detective.
Tell me, Felicia, how did you cut his head off?
I didn't cut anyone's head off.
But you know how it was done, don't you? I mean, a guy pulling a simple robbery like that, you don't rip a guy's head off. Whoever did it must have really hated him.
Maybe the guy who was killed deserved it.
Did that guy deserve to be killed for some reason? There are people like that, aren't there?
Hey, we all feel it sometimes.
really. Do you feel it, Detective? Sure. Everybody's got a dark side that comes out.
Suppose they do. How dark does yours get? How far do you let yourself go?
What did he do to your friend? Did he hurt him? Cheat him? What's with the head on the table? Is that a statement of some kind or a warning to others?
I didn't know him. I don't know why someone would want to take someone else's head. It isn't right, is it? It's not even human.
All right, let's start this from the top, shall we?
You should have just let me climb through the window.
Yes, well, the whole point of break-ins is to keep a low profile.
I think I know a little bit about break-ins. Who do you think stole the crown jewels from the Tower of London?
Yeah, I think the crown jewels are still there.
If you say so.
But for somebody who's supposed to be a high-end cat burglar, she sure doesn't live like one.
Her taste in art leaves much to be desired, too.
Yes, well, we all can't have wall-to-wall Van Gogh, Henry.
You know, I kind of like the idea that Salucci actually needs our help. Makes his smug attitude much easier to bear.
Don't be petty, Henry. It doesn't become you.
So you have no intention of showing him up?
Well, nothing wrong with a little healthy competition. Well, at least we know our mystery woman has a family.
That's not all we know. We know where that family lives.
Do you think this building has storage lockers?
Well, of course she's not going to keep anything up in the apartment.
What do you want to bet this place is full of swag? Oh my God.
What the?
Ricky?
It's me. We found something. Why is there almost no records on you, Felicia?
I'm not a joiner.
No school records, no health records. Hell, not even a library card.
I'm not a big reader either.
Well, then what do you do with yourself, Felicia? Tell me. What do you do?
I work, I go home, I go to sleep. That's it.
Your manager at the Bay Street Grill says you started 7 months ago.
Okay, you caught me. I sell overpriced drinks to gray-haired men in suits.
Is that where you met Patrick Melville?
I don't know. I make it a point not to get to know customers' names.
I'm getting the sense that you're not really a people person.
Oh, come on, Felicia. Pretty girl like you must have a lot of friends, right? Got a boyfriend?
Are you interested, detective? Is that why you're keeping me here? Are you sweet on me?
Oh, I tell you, Felicia, we would both be a hell of a lot sweeter with you if you just start telling us the truth.
The only truth you can tell someone is the truth they're willing to believe.
Oh. In that case, you would be surprised at what I would be willing to believe. Right now, I believe you're not quite as lonely as you make out. You like animals, right?
I work long hours. I don't have time to take care of them.
Not even for a cat? You would be surprised at the size of cats some people keep. Right in their own basement.
I wouldn't know.
There we go. Bannock Farms, Rural Route 5, Milton. I'll head up there in the morning and pay him a visit.
I don't know what you learned from them. I doubt she would have consulted her people before taking up a life of crime.
Well, from what I can tell here, her people are just as hinky as she is. I mean, outside of their driver's licenses, they don't have school records, medical records, immunizations. I mean, they've been totally off the grid for their entire lives.
Neither do I. That doesn't make me a killer. Bad example.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna head up there. Sometimes the mystery can be solved by looking in the back of the book. Okay, this is good. Just pull around and wait for me, okay? Hi, can I talk to you? Someone's here. Hello? Mr. Bannock?
What do you want?
My name's Vicki Nelson. I'm a private investigator.
I got nothing to say to any investigator.
You don't even know why I'm here yet. It's about your daughter, Felicia.
My daughter's gone.
Your daughter has been brought in for questioning on suspicion of murder.
I have no idea what she's up to. I lost my son a year ago, and my daughter a month later.
All right, well, does your son still stay in contact with your daughter?
My son is dead.
I'm very sorry. But please, you must know something about her life in the city, her friends, her acquaintances.
I know nothing, and I don't want to know. I warned her about leaving. I warned her about the kind of people she'd meet in the city.
Well, there are all kinds of people in the city. It's just there's not too many that tear people apart.
They're not like us. They're violent and corrupt.
I don't know whether or not to be insulted by that.
It's time for you to go.
Hey, Mr. Bannock, your daughter know anything about wild animals?
Why do you ask that?
Well, because the person Felicia suspected of killing was savaged by a wild animal. Some kind of cat or something.
She knows animals. Cows and horses. Dogs and cats.
Right. Well, then Felicia, or someone she knows, must have kept a cat.
She didn't hurt anybody. She wouldn't.
Alyssa!
Enough. She didn't understand the virtue of discipline. It's what I tried to teach these children. It's all that separates us from the animals.
Mr. Bannock, if you know anything that might help your daughter, you should tell me.
There's nothing to tell. Alicia had a choice between good and evil. She went toward the darkness. Now she's paying the price for it.
Wow.
Ms. Nelson, I want you off my property.
So now all we need to do is find a reason why this Felicia would kill a man.
Well, it wasn't a classic animal kill. I mean, they take out the throat. They bleed out the prey. They don't decapitate them.
Well, it wasn't done out of instinct then. It was done out of hate.
Which raises the other question. What about the eyes? I mean, what do they say? Demon?
It certainly doesn't say cocktail waitress. I've had my experience with those. But I have been reading up on my lycanthropy.
Werewolves?
Well, maybe not a wolf. Shapeshifters have been linked to every animal, from bears to goats to the South American encantado. It's a were-dolphin.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't a dolphin. You know what? Shapeshifter's idea is not all bad.
Oh, it's good.
Why?
I've been stuck on my villain for my new series. Salucci being shredded by were-thingies. Now that gives me new inspiration.
Henry, stay with the program.
Okay. So let's say Felicia is a shapeshifter. That would explain the ripped up walls in her storage locker. It would definitely explain why there's a latch on the inside.
And you know what? I think the father knew. I mean, that's why he tried to keep her at the farm. When I brought up that the murder had been committed by some kind of cat, he got all twitchy.
Well, even if he did, I doubt he'd admit it. Even if it would clear his daughter from murder.
Lycanthropy. Mike's gonna love this one.
This is going nowhere.
She'll break.
I've been watching for the last 4 hours. She is ice cube cool.
Are we talking about the same interrogation? I'm under her skin. You can see that.
She hasn't said one thing to implicate herself. This is a non-starter.
So what are you saying? That we let her go?
I'm saying you've had her for the last 24 hours and you still haven't made your case. The press are into this now. I am solidly in the crosshairs and I need to find Melville's killer now.
Okay, with all due respect, we have the killer.
You have until the morning, and then you move on.
Maybe she's right.
Kate, you've seen her. She's playing with us. Am I wrong here?
She's angry. If I was innocent and dragged in for grilling, I might be too. Mike, you're becoming obsessed.
You call it obsession, I call it focus. Besides, there's more to it than that.
What? We're supposed to be working this together.
We are, Kate. We are.
Like hell we are. You're doing what you always do these days. Cut me and the rest of the squad out while you play mystery man.
Kate, you wouldn't understand, all right? You wouldn't understand.
I don't know if you're insulting my intelligence or my loyalty. Either way, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Kate! Kate!
You always did have a way with the ladies.
I've never had any illusions. Look where it got me with you. So, what have you found?
Well, I've been busy.
Yeah. Did you find the cat?
Yeah. I think she may be the cat. Some kind of weird thingy.
A weird thingy.
I was trying not to get all technical with you. Listen, I found a family. She has a father and a sister. They live on a farm north of the city. She also had a brother, died a year ago.
And you think they're involved in this?
In the murder, no. They said that she left the farm about a year ago, which I believe. But I'm telling you, with the father, my alarm bells just went off. I mean, he was definitely controlling, so much so that it almost had like a cult vibe.
So you think he might be a part of it?
No, I think he knows what she is. He made references to her being evil, a black sheep. I think he was trying to keep her under wraps and she wouldn't have any of it.
If she walks and she is what you say she is, who knows who she's gonna kill next?
I don't know. I just keep thinking, I mean, there's got to be a connection between her and Melville.
Well, it's nothing that we've been able to discover. He's owed money, she's a waitress. We can't find anybody that can place them together.
You let me look into it?
Yeah, okay, thanks. Figure I've got one more shot with her before she lawyers up and walks. With what you've given me here, maybe I'll be able to turn up the heat a little bit.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. All right, keep me in the loop.
I will. Vicky. I take it Mike's got you involved in this case. Involved? Wow, that sounds so official. We were just bouncing ideas off each other. He's hiding information from his partners and sharing it with people who spend half their time off chasing... Go ahead, Kate. Look, I know what everyone says about me.
He's starting to believe in this supernatural stuff. He's starting to let it color his work. You gave up your career, but now he's starting to screw up his. If you cared anything about him, you'd leave him alone.
Well, if you knew him at all, I mean, like I know him, you would try trusting his instincts.
911 operator, what is your emergency?
I've got a problem, Felicia.
You asking for my sympathy?
I should say we have a problem, and it's going to take both of us to fix it. This has stopped being a game. I have some very heavy hitters breathing down my neck. And up to this point, I have been trying to come up with excuses as to how you're involved in this. But from this point forward, I'm going to have to hang this whole crime on your shoulders.
You see, I think if you could do that, you wouldn't be wasting our time here. You have nothing.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You know, with you, there are no answers, right? Just questions. You moved to the city a few months back. You live like a monk. You don't talk to anybody except casual conversation with your colleagues at work.
I'm happy keeping to myself.
Is that what your father taught you? Your father a good man?
Leave my father out of this.
Because I gotta think your father would be very upset to learn that you're hooked up in this somehow. I think he would be very disappointed in you.
He has no other way of operating. My family affairs are none of your business.
Yeah. It's all the same. The more I think about your father, the more I think he's got to know what's going on with you. Maybe he's got himself involved somehow.
He wouldn't hurt anyone. He can't even bring himself to hate the people that hurt him.
But you're not like that, are you? You're not like that at all. I mean, you would do the right thing if somebody did something to you. Am I right?
Depends on what they did. And it depends on what you think the right thing is.
That is the question, isn't it? Still, I would just love to go up to the farm and have a chat with your father. Talk about cats. See if he's seen any up there around the farm.
Leave them out of it. They're not involved.
Involved in what? Felicia, the best way to keep your family out of this is to tell me the real story, and you gotta do it right now.
You said I could call for a lawyer. I want one.
Don't
Get me a lawyer now!
That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
call just came in from a woman who reported seeing a Jaguar stalking her outside her car.
You think it's the same one?
Oh, it's not like there's a lot of them wandering around these parts. I figured Felicia, or whoever killed Melville, left the door open when they left. Crowley's already saying the case is solved.
What? What do you mean?
She's saying it's an animal control issue, not a homicide.
Look, a Jaguar did not kill Patrick Melville.
Mike, you have to get your head around this. Felicia might not have done it.
We may be barking up the wrong tree with this werecat thing. A woman just called in a sighting of a Jaguar.
Listen,
Even if she's not the cat, that doesn't mean that she's not somehow controlling it.
Felicia just
Ask for a lawyer. If I don't come up with something real quick, she's gonna be out of here in a couple of hours.
Okay, just
Stall her. We're on our way to Melville's right now. If I find anything, I will call you, okay?
okay. Bye.
What are we looking for?
Anything that'll connect Melville to Felicia. Photos, contact information. Henry, look at this. This guy's got an entire library devoted to shapeshifters, skinwalkers, and lycanthropy.
So he had an interest. Are you suggesting there was a connection, that he had a werecat fetish?
Not quite. But I'm wondering about you now. Oh. Oh my God, there's more? Wolf, Tanzania. Gazelle, Montana? Wild boar, Greenland? That doesn't make any sense. Jaguar, Ontario. Oh, I think I just realized what happened to Felicia's brother.
You think her brother was a shapeshifter too? You think they were all shapeshifters?
All human. And Melville knew it. He found the ultimate thrill, hunting humans and getting away with it. Any confirmation? Felicia's father's hiding something in that barn. We need to find out what.
Ouch.
I can't believe my client has been sitting here for over 24 hours without being charged. That, in and of itself, is worth taking action over.
She was offered representation, she declined.
Felicia Bannock did not realize how easily an innocent person can be railroaded by interested parties looking to secure a conviction.
There was no witch hunt going on here. Your client was identified in the area and tried to run when we talked to her.
People are frightened of police. Cops like you give them good reason.
She has information vital to a homicide.
My client says otherwise.
She is not walking from this, Mr. Pressman.
That's exactly what she's gonna do. And with a formal apology. Now, how sweetly that apology is delivered will help determine how much we go for in damages.
We'll start the paperwork. Maybe you can join me at my desk outside.
Love to. Just gonna be right outside.
This isn't over, Felicia. It's not nearly over.
Oh, yes, it is.
Great, total darkness. Just the thing for a girl with night blindness.
We're not alone.
Oh, that so does not sound good.
Stop. Alyssa, you don't want to do this. Henry.
What are you doing here?
It was you last night, wasn't it? Trying to take the focus off your sister.
I shouldn't be talking to you.
If you care about what happens to her, you should.
We were at Melville's house. We know why your sister went there.
And Melville killed your brother.
He studied us. He knew what we were, and he killed him anyway.
You knew? Your father, too?
My father believes that we should stay hidden. That we can't take action against those people who hurt us.
Revenge is never a wise course.
Melville was a powerful man. But where would my brother get justice? Where would the other people Melville killed? Felicia couldn't close her eyes anymore.
But how did she know it was Melville?
She was there that night. Robert and Felicia had chased a deer into the trees by the lake. Melville knew where we hunted. He was already there, set up with his rifle. He shot Robert in the belly. He didn't want to take a headshot and put him out of his misery. That would have destroyed his trophy.
I am so sorry.
My father said that we should forget Melville. Felicia couldn't.
How did she find him?
It took a while. Believe it or not, my people are good hunters.
Your people?
We've lived among you forever. It used to be that we could own our own land and hunt freely. Now there's less to hunt, and my brother proved that we can become the prey. You know what it's like to have to hide your true nature.
Intimately.
We have to talk to your father.
He won't listen to you. The only thing important to him is staying out of the world's line of sight.
The cop who arrested your sister is my friend. He'll understand about Melville.
My sister's not a killer. What she did wouldn't change her.
But your father wouldn't believe that, would he?
He would do anything to keep our secret.
He's gonna kill her. Mike, it's me. Look, I'm at the farm. We just found out all of Felicia's family are skinwalkers. Melville killed their brother. Look, I need you to keep Felicia at the station for at least an hour, okay? Just keep her there. I will explain everything later. The father is on his way. I think he's gonna try something. Henry, we have to go.
We'll be in touch, Detective.
Oh, I can't wait. Listen, I know what you are, and I don't care what the hell you change yourself into. I'm gonna find out what happened that night.
All right, that's enough, huh?
You think you know what I am, but you don't. You don't know who the sinner was or who was sinned against.
I know that a man was killed, and I'm gonna find out who did it.
You do that, detective. But ask yourself first, who's hunting you?
You've already abused my client enough, Detective, huh? Don't make it any worse on yourself. Let's go. Let's go.
Mike, we had to let her go. We didn't have a case. If she did it, we'll find a way to prove it.
Yeah, maybe.
Mike, it's me. We just found out all of Felicia's family are skinwalkers. Look, I need you to keep Felicia at the station for at least an hour, okay? Just keep her there. I will explain everything later. The father is on his way. I think he's gonna try something. Where are you going, Mike?
Try and stop somebody from getting hurt.
It can't work like this. When are you gonna let me in?
Kate, I will tell you as soon as I can, all right? You're gonna have to trust me. I'll call you, okay? Is this what you want, Felicia? You want to kill me? You want me to kill you? I just found out what Melville did to your brother.
Get out of the way, detective! Who the hell are you? I'm her father. Put the gun down. I have a responsibility. You killed a man. And we both know what that man did. No one else has to die this evening.
We can't hide forever. Melville knew what we were. He would have told someone. And how long before they would have come to get all of us?
You gave into your base nature. The evil within you.
It wasn't evil. It's what we are. He killed Robert.
Two sins don't make it right. Neither would killing your daughter.
Daddy, I did what we had to do. You know that. I did what you didn't have the strength to do.
What could I have done? I would have seen justice done for my son. Maybe 3 people in the whole world. And they're here in this parking lot right now. We're done. Go on. Take your daughter home.
Daddy.
Come on. Go on.
Nice work. See, you didn't need our help after all.
You showed great tolerance, Detective.
Yeah, he was almost sensitive.
Almost.
I'm now chasing weird cats. How did this happen, Vicky? What am I doing?
We're not quite sure. But if you're still working animal control, I think a skunk got loose in my underground garage.
Yeah. I hate him.
Next week on Blood Ties.
Was you ever feeling like you've been somewhere before? Was you ever feeling like you've been somewhere before?
Vicky tackles a case of deja vu.
You're reliving the same day over and over.
Told you it was strange.
Vicky?
Mike?
Vicky, please.
Henry, I watched us die 3 times tonight. If I had a chance to stop it, I'm gonna take it.
Blood Ties, all new episode next Friday night at 11.